Now, when we started this Express Yourself, I hope we don't need to talk about all these things, and I hope you don't need to face all these things. But if you do, let me just give you some brief. You will find some people who will, force you to be reactive. And these will be people, who are telling you that they can understand art, they appreciate art because they have a lot of techniques and they want to project that they understand art, they want to project that they appreciate art. But what happens is, if you don't understand it yourself, if you haven't, you know, discovered it yourself, if you haven't, you know, ask the relevant questions, pertinent questions, very important. You are going through a struggle, you are going through a crisis, you are going through a tough situation in life, and you are asking, you are developing your philosophy, your life's philosophy, your way of working. You want to tell a story in your way. You want to tell these stories. You want to, play with these techniques to tell a story. You want to arrange your story in this way. And you can have a lot of techniques you can play with. One movie is this, one movie is this, one movie can be totally different or somewhat different, and you can have something still people can relate to. But if you don't understand it, if you haven't gone through that, because if you haven't asked those questions, sometimes, the banal questions can go to fundamental questions, and the banal questions will be taking you to fundamental questions. Maybe you are not finding people who can guide you with the right answer or the perfect answer, so to speak, but you have to figure it out yourself, because if you don't find any, you still love art, you figure out things for yourself and you figure out your own way of doing things. So what you can do is you can believe in perseverance yourself, and you can put a lot of effort, hard work, and you need to practice a lot and evolve as an artist. You take journey as an artist and you enjoy each and every bit of it, and you understand it so well that you don't believe in those people who are telling you that they are smart, they understand art, they are this and that, they are intelligent, so that you can trust them with art, you can trust them with, something artistic, and you can create something artistic with them. Now, I have been very strict about it while creating something, no question making a movie with a team like that, because it will destroy the entire process, it will destroy the entire movie and the entire environment. In fact, cast and crew, they will suffer, they won't be able to do the work, sometimes they won't speak, but it's our responsibility as a creative leader, or who is in charge of the set, or who is in charge of the situation, so that they don't go through all those things. Why they do that? They have a peculiar kind of confidence. Sometimes it is coming from position, and maybe in a particular place they are having a lot of influence. So a lot of numbers, because they are numbers people. They are having a lot of numbers, group support. That means that is the right thing to do. The problem is, when you want to create something really artistic, you want to create something really creative, then you should not trust these people unless you test them yourself. So the problem is, if they stick with you, if they nag a lot, they want to be a part of this, they want to do something different, they want to, be innovative, that's why they are trying something. So the problem is, you can become reactive. Now you are creating something being reactive, and you are creating something, from art or for art or with art. That's why the difference is vast. Reactive things, you can use it creatively while creating art, but not only that thing. Not just that thing, something reactive. You can create art. The problem is, They will come up with their own games, and people will vouch for them, and they will come up with these games, and they will try to play these games with you. Sometimes you don't even need to play those games, you don't even understand. And most important thing is, you don't need to play these games because you have pretty much sorted yourself. So you don't need to go through that path. You don't need to waste your time, if I want to mention explicitly, playing those games, unless you find it really entertaining, or something smart, if I say so. But they will come up with those games, techniques, word games, and this techniques with this and that can have a creative use if they can use it. But then, few gestures, few smiles, and you have to believe that they are smart. And if you start argue, if you start asking the right questions, they will be angry. They will disturb. They will waste your time. They will do all this bullshit, whatever they can do and whatever they can come up with. The best thing is to ignore, because you are focusing on art, you are creating the thing, and you are coming up with different kinds of stories.